In this video, I prepared 15 questions you can solve solely with logical thinking. Recently, I've been watching some good old cable television and came across the 1% quiz. I thought it's really cool how they went onto the streets and interviewed Germans. And based on the percentage of who could solve the questions, the show determined the difficulty of these. Whoever answers all these questions correctly wins the pot. So I thought, wait a second, I can do that too. I can use you guys as guinea pigs. If you think you're smart enough, you can answer live while watching this video. In the end, you'll be able to check how well you did compared to the other participants on YouTube. Shortly before we start, I'll give you 30 seconds per question. If you play with the sheet, please do so fairly. Should you need more time, pause the video after you submit your solution. The link is in the description. Have fun! What do you see if you look in the direction of the arrow? The first aspect you'd probably noticed was the position of the circle. It obviously has to be on the left side, so you can rule out B and C. Now it gets interesting. You have to focus on the visible edges. You can see a visible edge at the prisma, and since a block under the cylinder is missing, you got an edge there as well, which means D is the right answer. Eve looks in the mirror. What image of herself does she see? The mirror inverts the whole picture, so you have to pay attention to the details. Only the facial features and the number on the t-shirts differ among the possible answers. Since Eve's face on answer B isn't inverted, you can rule that one out. And if you take a look at the numbers, you should realize that all of them are inverted, but the 2 and 7 of A and D are flipped, making C the right answer. If you had told me that she doesn't see anything, since she has her eyes closed, I'd let that one slide as well. Which hand doesn't fit in? If you guessed A because it's the only right hand, then you found the correct answer. What is the minimum number of coins that need to be moved to turn the pyramid upside down? There you go, quite satisfying to watch. Did you manage to answer everything correctly until now? Which number replaces the question mark? What you're seeing is a map with Germany in the center, but that doesn't matter. The numbers display the amount of adjacent states and countries. Bavaria, for example, has 7 neighbors. Berlin only has 1. Means if you counted the neighbors of Hessen correctly, your answer should be 6. Which box contains the diamond? One statement is true, 2 are false. Let's go through all the possibilities. Assuming the diamond is in box A, the statement of A is false, so is the statement of box B. Only statement C is true, means we already got the answer. Doing the same with B and C will give you only one false answer each. What can you add between the numbers 4 and 9 to get a number higher than 4 and lower than 9? Well, I hope you didn't get stuck on trying to add a number or an arithmetic symbol. If you went for a period or a comma, you have the right answer. How many different times can be arranged with these cards? Swapping the 9 and 8 is obvious, but did you realize you could turn the 9 upside down and get a 6? Well, that gives you 2 additional times, so the correct answer is 4. What combination will unlock the lock? This one is easy if you have unlimited time, but did you get it in 30 seconds? Since 4, 6 and 1 are not part of the answer, you can rule them out. Now take a look at the third statement. You know 2 has to be in the third position. You also know that the 8 and 7 are included in the answer. And since the 2 is in the third position, the 8 has to be on the right spot, leaving the 7 on the left. There you go. Now we're getting to the really tricky ones. Which arrow is different in terms of its relation to the others? This mess seems totally random at first. If you read the question carefully, it asks for the relation of the arrows to the others. There are arrows where no other arrow is pointing at them. You also got 3 arrows where one other arrow points at them, but you have only one arrow, which is pointed at by 2 others. A man points at a picture and says, "Brothers and sisters, I have none, but this man's father is my father's son." Who is he talking about? Since the man has no siblings, the only answer to "my father's son" is the man. So you can rewrite the statement like this: "Brothers and sisters I have none, but this man's father is me." concluding in the man being the father of the man in the picture, making the man in the picture his son. What comes next? This row of letters refers to the first letter of each number, so the correct answer is N. Which number can be replaced with a question mark? Did you get the trick behind this one? If you thought the animals have a meaning, you're wrong. It actually comes down to the placement of the letters. The O and R from the horse and gorilla are at the second and third positions, so 2 and 3. Elephant and alpaca have the same letters at the second and sixth positions. Cockroach and coralfish on the first, second and ninth one. Now do some counting. Elephant and hippopotamus have the P and the T in common on the fourth and eighth positions. 48 is your answer. Find the number that replaces the question mark. The answer is obvious as soon as you discover the pattern. Did you get it? Every box counts the number of boxes to the right. This one has 2 boxes to the right, this one none. And this one with the question mark has 2 boxes to the right, so you can replace it with a 2. Which number comes next if you continue the pattern? Believe it or not, but you don't need any math to find the number. Just start reading loudly and write what you say. Let's do it together. 1 3, 1 1, 2 2s, 2 1s. There you go! I hope you had fun with the quiz. Definitely let me know in the comments which question was the hardest for you.